Imagine waking up tomorrow and everything that needs electricity is dead silent. No lights, no internet, your phone is just a slab of glass. Traffic lights stop, elevators freeze, ATMs go dark. And unlike a normal blackout, this time the power never comes back. What would actually happen? Today, let's walk through the first minutes, hours, and weeks of a world where electricity disappears overnight and what humanity would look like afterward. We all know electricity is important, but we rarely realize just how deep it goes. Your fridge dying is annoying. A city's water pumps dying? That's a disaster. Electricity runs everything from sanitation to finance. Water plants need pumps. Hospitals need machines. Food supply chains need refrigeration and automated warehouses. Even oil refineries need electricity to refine fuel, meaning backup generators only buy time before the fuel itself runs out. And yes, the internet collapses instantly. Every router, every server farm, every tower, offline. Modern life isn't just supported by electricity, it is electricity. Within seconds, traffic lights fail, cars crash at intersections, large airports shift to emergency procedures. They're trained for grid loss, but not global grid loss. Tens of thousands of planes send the same message: lost primary grid, switching to emergency mode. Hospitals switch to generators. They work, but they're loud, temporary, and hungry for fuel. People assume it's just a local outage. They try to check social media, but nothing loads. Phones stay powered, but the networks they connect to, dead. Confusion begins. By evening, grocery stores lose everything in their freezers. Medical refrigerators storing insulin rise above safe temperature ranges. Studies show insulin begins degrading rapidly without refrigeration. Water pressure drops as pumps fail. Boil water notices can't be issued because communication is gone. Backup generators rumble in hospitals, data centers, and emergency buildings. But here's the problem. Generators don't create energy, they consume fuel, and fuel production itself requires electricity. ATMs go dead, digital payments stop working, people run out of cash faster than expected. Then comes the first wave of misinformation, rumors spread by word of mouth because official channels are silent. Now the breakdown accelerates. City water becomes undrinkable due to lack of treatment. Hospitals begin rationing power. Studies on real blackout events show mortality starts rising sharply after 48 hours without stable electricity. Medication supplies run out. Pharmacies can't restock because delivery trucks rely on digital logistics systems. People migrate on foot to find water and help. Some cities begin organizing community groups to share resources. Others face rising tension. History gives us a preview. During past large-scale blackouts, crime spiked, emergency services were overwhelmed, and supply chains failed. And that with electricity returning eventually. This time, it won't. Law enforcement loses communication systems. Hospitals run out of generator fuel. Food distribution collapses entirely. Water treatment systems fail, causing outbreaks of waterborne disease, a well-documented effect in areas lacking sanitation power. Nuclear plants begin automatic safe shutdown procedures. They do not explode, that's fiction, but they still need cooling pumps, which require fuel. Keeping them stable becomes a high-stakes race. Satellites continue orbiting, but with no ground infrastructure, they're essentially silent ghosts. Cities become unsustainable. The world begins shrinking. Agriculture reverts to manual labor because tractors, irrigation systems, and processing plants all require electricity. Cities start to empty. Rural areas become survival hubs where food can be grown and stored without machines. Transportation goes pre-industrial: walking, bicycles, animal power. The digital universe, cloud storage, navigation, online knowledge effectively disappears. We lose not just gadgets, but the vast memory of our species. Economic models based on previous blackout studies show catastrophic collapse within weeks. Society reorganizes into small, local communities because long-distance coordination is impossible. In many ways, the world looks like the 1800s, but with billions more people than the 1800s could ever support. Yes, but it wouldn't be quick. Rebuilding electricity requires factories, specialized machinery, transportation networks, functioning mines, trained engineers. All of those require electricity. This is the paradox. A full global outage means humanity must rebuild the tools needed to rebuild power. Research on black start procedures shows it's already extremely difficult, even when only part of a grid collapses. A total collapse multiplies that challenge. Some regions might restore partial power in months, others, years. Human psychology shifts too. With no modern communication, cultures diverge again. Communities become self-contained. The globalized world dissolves. This isn't about fear. It's about understanding the invisible foundation of modern civilization. Many countries already simulate scenarios like this to strengthen their resilience, not because the grid is likely to disappear, but because consequences would be enormous if it did. And on a personal level, it's a reminder not to take the quiet hum behind our walls for granted. So imagine waking up tomorrow and everything is silent. No lights, no signals, just a world forced back a century overnight. What moment of modern life would you miss first?